What's up, y'all? I'm thinking about something this morning. I am really in a place where I'm realizing that it is true that the Most High will bring you back to things that you thought were dead. Like, for me right now, I've had some projects, ideas, like business things that I thought were dead. And now I find it to be resurrected. I'm talking about things from a long time ago. Like something that I tried and then I felt like it failed, and then I went to something else, and maybe I felt like that failed, and then I went to something else. And what's actually happening in my life right now is that all those things, like literally all the things that I thought were dead are like coming back together. Like Power Rangers. Remember Power Rangers? Power Rangers, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, where each one of them were a different component of this huge robotic giant that just made up one thing. I feel like that's what's happening in my life right now. And I say that because I know people are doing all kinds of things. People are being diligent. People are trying to walk out their purpose in life. And you might feel discouraged, or you might feel all over the place, or you might feel crazy because you start something and then you feel like nothing came of it, or you stopped it, or you feel like it was crushed, or you feel like it just fell apart. But somehow, some way, all those things are going to come back together. Everything that you started for a reason. Every business thing, every project, every assignment, everything that you started for a reason. You started because you had a vision. You started because there was something that you wanted to see done, something that you avoid, that you wanted to feel in the lives of other people. You had a creative idea, something that mattered. And just because like something didn't work out doesn't mean that it's over. It doesn't mean that it's no longer needed. It doesn't mean that it's not going to happen for you. So just know, trust, and understand that even if what you're doing is not working out in this season or past seasons, doesn't mean that that thing is not going to be working out later on. And I would implore you to keep your notes, keep your plans. Right now, in this season, I'm thinking back on things that I wrote down, and I'm like, oh man, I need to go look at that again. Because I feel like this thing coming back around, I was not expecting that. Like, I felt like I scrapped that idea. I scrapped that thing that I was doing. And now I'm finding myself doing what I wrote down. That is the power of writing things down. Like, writing things down is very powerful because you're writing a script for yourself. So you'll write something down and then maybe things fall apart and you feel like nothing's going to happen. But it's literally happening in your life. Like, the things that you're going through and the things that you are experiencing is literally taking you to the thing that you said you wanted. It's taking you to the script. And that script, it's not that you just drummed it up within yourself. Like, the Most High put it in your heart. He put the desire in your heart. He put the skill in your hands. He gave you the ability, the vision to do this thing. So even when you something happens where it doesn't work out at that time and in that season, keep going. One thing that I noticed, and I can look back and I can think on things that I was really convinced, like I knew, like, okay, yeah, you gave me this idea. I know that you brought me to this. Like, you created an opportunity for me. Something came together and it felt so divine. And then when it doesn't work out, it's like I can't even say that I didn't hear from you correctly. I can't even say that because there were too many signs. There was too much confirmation. There was too much going on that made me know that this was the right thing to do. So what I did was I just scrapped it, but I scrapped it in disappointment and confusion. I scrapped it like, what was the point of you bringing that to me if that wasn't gonna work out? I scrapped it like, I don't understand why all these things lined up for me, and then now look, like I don't even have it. So I realize now is that there are times where I was not ready for it. I didn't have the confidence. I didn't have the discipline. I missed certain calls just from being distracted, not being on the right path. So now I'm at a place now where I'm like, you know what? I see why I couldn't do that at that time, because I know what I have now. What I have now, I didn't have that back then. So there's no way I would have been able to carry that. So it appears to me that Yahuwah has a certain timing in our lives for everything that we're doing. The timeline is already set, but we're the ones that delay it. We delay it for our lack of growth. We delay it because we take too long to come to repentance, okay? We delay it because we have connections that are hindering our growth. We delay it because we're walking in fear. We delay it because we're distracted with other things. So he has appointed times for things that we're supposed to experience. So let's say when you turn 33, and 33 is a very significant age. Like, things do happen at that age. It's something significant about that age. But let's say you turn 33 and then opportunities come your way, but then they fall through and you confused, like, I thought the Most High was blessing me. Like, I thought he was giving me an opportunity to do this thing, but it didn't work out. Why didn't it work out? And then you feel discouraged and you feel disappointed. Like, what was the point of you sending this person to me if it wasn't going to work out? But the thing is, the reason why it didn't work out is because you delayed it. So yeah, he had already appointed that at the age of 33 you will be stepping in a particular thing. But because when you were in your 20s or as a teenager, you made decisions that delayed his timing. It delayed the timing that you were supposed to be at that thing. It's still yours, but you delayed it. But in his grace and mercy and his sovereignty, you still can access everything that he has for you. But you have to be prepared. You have to get ready. You have to get the skills that he wants you to get. You have to break free of the things he wants you to break free from. You have to be delivered from things. You have to be disconnected from things. You have to practice things. Some things, this one thing I learned, some things the Most High tells you to do, man, that makes sense. It might be a particular assignment. He might have you to work a job or do a project or start a business just to teach you something. But you might decide that, I'm not sure if I want to do that because that doesn't really make sense. You feeling like you're going leaning onto your own understanding, and you feeling like it don't make sense, or it's not for you, or you're afraid to do it, or you don't want to do it, and then you don't do it. And then because you didn't do it, you're not prepared for the next thing that he has for you. And then when you look back, you'll realize that's why he was telling me to do that. But I didn't do it. And when I didn't do it, that set me back. So all the things that you had, every idea, every plan, the dreams that you had when you were a child, go back to it. I've heard people say this a lot, but I'm living it right now. I'm really experiencing it right now. The dreams that you had when you were a child, the things that you believed when you were a child, go back to it. I'm going to give you an example. Like, when I was as young as 6 years old, beyond a shadow of a doubt, I knew that I was going to be wealthy. I knew it. And I feel like most of my life I knew that. I still know it. You can't pay me to change my mind. Beyond a shadow of a doubt, I know that. And I also, let me tell you something else. I also wanted to be a chef when I was like, I would say as young as 4, because my mother used to watch PBS all the time, and I actually remember mimicking this cook that I saw. I just remember there was a lady, she would be cooking, and I used to copy the same thing. I used to start acting like I was cooking, and I would be talking. Do you know I was a grown woman before I looked back and realized it was Julia Childs? If you don't know who Julia Childs is, like, look up Julia Childs. Like, she was like a very, very world-renowned French cook, and she's very influential. They even made a movie about her. But if you don't know who Julia Childs is, just look up Julia Childs. I was watching her when I was little. I was probably 3 or 4 years old, and I was mimicking everything that she was doing. Didn't even know who she was until I was grown. Like, wow, that's who I was watching. That's who I was trying to be like. But it's a reality for me right now. You know, I did go to culinary school. I graduated culinary school. Started, you know, a business to be a chef instructor and to cook. And I've done catering. I've done all kinds of stuff in cooking. But exactly what my dreams were, exactly what I was thinking when I was little, when I didn't have a filter, when, you know, praise God, I didn't have anybody telling me what I couldn't be. So it was clear to me then. So it was clear to me what I was going to be when I was younger. But things get in between that throw you off and discourage you and make you think it's not going to happen for you. But then Yah has to take all those things off of you. He has to peel back all those layers of what the world put on you and what somebody told you couldn't be and what you went through and all these doubts and rejection and all the feelings that you had. And all this to bring you back to, dang, I already knew this. Like, I already knew I was going to do this. I was already thinking about it, already planning on it, already desired it, wanted it. Now you can step into it. After all the experiences and after you become disciplined and you gain some endurance and you learn how to set boundaries in relationships with people and with yourself, that's the time where it's going to start working out for you. Y'all don't step away from the ideas that you have, the things that you wrote down. I'm Katila Yusri, and I'm here to help.